Hello there. Welcome to my vlog. My name is Jeremy. I think it's loud. This probably isn't the best place to be doing a vlog, but I just feel like I gotta get some of this shit out. Feel like just the need to express some stuff, and honestly, a lot of the process is just me saying it out loud. So where do I begin? I feel like I've been battling a three-headed beast recently between depression, fatigue, and headaches. And I'm very well aware of the power of the mind, so I'm careful of how I phrase this, and I really don't want to feel like I'm a victim. That being said, I just feel like I just gotta let whatever wants to come through, and sometimes I need to say something out loud to realize that the belief was there, to notice, oh wow, that was very judgmental or something. So yeah, also I'm wearing this retainer. So I was working with a dentist back in the US who had this theory that my jaw was misaligned, that it could help with the headaches, so I've been wearing that. But basically I just feel frustrated, overwhelmed, sad, tired, and I have a headache. I mean, this morning I woke up, my days have been like just really wobbly and roller coaster. I woke up at 6:45. I went to bed at like 10 last night, and that's good. And I'm waking up with ease, more ease. It's not like I used to wake up like this, like headache, feeling like, oh no, I gotta get up and do some breathing to get out of this pain. Now I'm waking up more just like tired, but it's this subtle fatigue energy, just like yeah, I can go, but I'm not feeling like excited, which I'm aware a lot of people deal with that in the morning. They're not morning people, but I've been falling asleep during my morning meditation, and that to me is new. So I wake up and it's not like, oh, I'm so fatigued. I'm just like, okay, wash my face, then I sit to meditate, and then in meditation I'm like falling asleep. And yesterday I fell asleep during meditation, and then when I woke up and finished my meditation, I was just so much more tired than I was when I initially woke up. So just like, I don't know, and I find that when I get into these spaces of like just not feeling great, it's even more challenging, because there's a part of me that's like, let's go try new things and experiment, and thinking, oh, should I take that drug that the psychiatrist recommended? But then there's this other part of me that's just like, screw it, let's just let go and just rest and chill all day. And I'm like going back and forth in between, just like complete surrender and just like letting what is be what is, of this approach of just letting things be and trusting that the body can take care of itself, but also realizing that I'm in a lot of pain and I'm suffering a lot, and going back to the tools that I haven't fully given a shot. I feel like I'm talking a lot of like abstract stuff, but last week, let's get into more stories. So last week Wednesday, I was just depleted all day long. I had to cancel 2 coaching sessions and a dinner meeting, but I'm glad I did it, but just felt wiped all day. I led my first men's circle, which was cool, but just felt tired and out of it. And yeah, that's never fun. It's just scary. Thursday, I went to see a psychiatrist who someone in my family had like very strongly pushed me to go see him. And he knew that when I showed up. So I think he knew that like I'm there with an open mind, but I'm not there on my own terms. I'm not like, hey, I want to go see. So I basically explained my situation and where I was at, and he kind of just like, he's smart. He knew, he could tell where I was at. He was just like, I don't think you're ready to take pharmaceuticals. And I was like, yeah, I think you're right. But it was interesting because he said, I'm here in Thailand, and he said he sees a ton of people who their last resort is to see a psychiatrist. Well, they'll try the natural herbs and they'll see monks and do the energetic spiritual healing stuff, and then they show up at his desk when they're like, all right, I've tried everything, let's deal with Western medicine. I thought that was kind of funny because for me, being from the US, I was like the opposite, where I kind of grew up in a society where it's like first you see a psychiatrist and a neurologist, and then last I would see monks and healers and the spiritual woo-woo stuff. So I just found that kind of funny, but he was basically telling me, he's like, look, if you take this pill, I think Cymbalta is what he suggested. It's like, if I have any fear of doubt or of side effects manifesting, that it's going to happen because the mind is that powerful. If I fear it in the subconscious, then it's going to manifest by taking this pill. So if I have any doubts, have any fear, he said the first week's going to be rough, and then I'm going to be like, oh, I don't like this because the side effect, and then I'm going to stop. Which, fair. I don't feel like I'm completely ready to commit to that. He made it seem like the first week it's going to be hell. Part of me feels like he was like purposely scaring me to show and prove that like I'm not really ready to commit to that. That being said, it was interesting because I noticed from his perspective, the mind can only really be used to manifest negative side effects. But if that holds true, then can't the mind also help you be well, create healing, if it can create these negative side effects? So I did feel this sort of empowerment of like, all right, law of attraction, Joe Dispenza, all that stuff, like let's really be clear on my mindset and just like create my own reality. So I've been watching some stuff on Joe Dispenza, and I've read his books, You Are Placebo and part of Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, and it's like I believe that to be true. At the same time, from my experience, I haven't been able to really create that much with my reality. I feel like I have a pretty good foundation. I meditate. I'm very conscious of my thoughts, aware of them. Admittingly, there's a lot deep down that maybe I haven't dealt with, but I've been on many meditation retreats. I journal. I've done a lot of psychedelics that have taken me out of this present condition and state, and I don't know, that makes me feel like it's the kind of the stuff that he puts out of law of attraction and stuff, it seems more geared to the person that's just like living in the matrix, just like has those robotic tendencies. I feel like I'm not like that. I'm more aware, but at the same time, I'm open to anything that can help. So I'm thinking, what can I create? Just like create this reality of like, screw this, I'm done, let's go. Like I'm ready to fully commit to that, but at the same time, I'm just in a ton of pain, and it's hard for me to fully commit when I'm feeling that, okay, something's off, there's a misbalance, I'm in pain, something's wrong or whatever. And that's just freaking challenging. It's really frustrating. It is. It's frustrating. It's sad. It's like, I don't even know what I need. If someone's like, hey, how can I help? It's like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm working with a spiritual coach that just basically his like, go to your intuition, checking with source. You do know. You have the answers. Ask. And he's been teaching me a lot of beautiful, helpful tools of expressing my primal expression, of shadow boxing, punching, getting everything out, the anger, and then turning that into a dialogue where I can be like, screw this, F this, mother effing blah, 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 just get it all out, and then be like, okay, dear universe, what do you have for me as a response? Going there, a lot of primal expression, inner child work of just sending love to inner child, and it's going to be okay, you're fine, blah, blah, blah. I feel like those are great tools, but I'm just not really seeing many results. And I'm also working with this spiritual teacher that I talked about in a couple vlogs, which is having me do this chakra meditation from this theory that I have this energy leakage and it's all energy related, and like some deep out there stuff that she was saying I'm mediumistic and I'm a star being, and this like spiritual component of learning to deal with karma and family stuff, and I have another call on June 4th with that teacher, which I'm looking forward to. But shit, it's May 29th. Like, every day comes with its own battle, with its own struggle. I went to Contact Improv last weekend, and after like 30 minutes, it was just too much. I went to the bathroom because my head hurt so much and just started crying. And I feel like I do know how to hold space for myself, but I'm starting to think like there seems to be more than just whatever's there emotionally. Because like I'm fine with the emotional stuff and emotional baggage, and been working with the presence process, which is just like feeling unconditionally whatever comes up, and out of the head and into the body, of just let go of the story and just be with it and accept, okay, there's pain, let's deal with it and let it be, let it pass. But at the same time, I don't know, it feels like there's something else going on. And mornings like this morning, I'm just like, oh, fine, like give me whatever pill, you know, I'll take anything. I do feel desperate, but I see what Willem was saying in the comments of like, I gotta commit to one thing, because if I'm listening to other different people's advice, you know, even my own and someone else's, and there's a conflict, then it's like, where's my true North Star? If I'm just like fully committed to one, then there's less doubt. But if I take and grab stuff from different perspectives, then that's creating an inner conflict, which doesn't help. And then I'm just like, oh fuck, what's working? Nothing's working. Oh, I gotta try this, gotta try that. It's just I don't know, it's frustrating, it's a mouthful. What I find helpful recently is just coming back to like, alright, what am I, who am I? I'm from love. Like, we're all connected. I do think that this is just a soul's journey to be here and manifest it in a physical form, but that helps, you know, this much. But I'm looking for like physical material relief, you know, like been crying a lot, which is good. Last week I went to Swan Sati, which is amazing. This yoga retreat down the road, about 45 minutes from Chiang Mai. And all of a sudden being there, something just shifted. I felt better, I felt connected, it felt good. And great people. We did a little song jam where I hosted and sang, and I was able to be mindful of my own energy as I was singing, because my teacher Chung Fu was saying when I sing, I'm in pain, because as I'm expressing, my channels open up, and then I pick up what other people are sending out unconsciously. And so learning to deal with that. But I don't know, at this point, I wouldn't say I'm very happy and excited to greet each day. There's a lot of fear, and I'm just learning to work with that and see fear as just fear. But at the same time, there's not just fear, like it's actually pain. And it hurts. I don't know what to say. It's like I'm exhausted. My resources internally of like soul searching, but then every time I look outward, it's like it feels overwhelming. I was talking to a functional medicine doctor today. Talked to someone yesterday who was like, maybe you have Hashimoto's, and it's just like, I just want to feel better. I do, and I'm not sure how to do that. Yeah, I just feel this disconnect between like what I truly believe, but actually what I'm feeling. I bought a bunch of crystals. I've been opening up to crystals and that type of healing energy, see if that has anything to offer. But I'm just like, I don't know what to do to feel better in this moment. Maybe that's part of my struggle. It's like really listening to myself and using the right tool at the right time. But I mean, shit, this is some of the stuff I coach people on in my coaching business, and I don't even know what to do myself. maybe I do. Maybe this is it. Just making the vlog and trusting that everything is great and perfect and it's gonna be okay. But man, I've got this long list of content to consume of like healing, emotional healing tapes to listen to and books and podcasts and then it's like I feel good. I'm like, what do I want to do with my time? You know, I've got this business to run. I want to feel good. I want to learn Thai. I want to smile, be happy, get massages, take care of myself, do yoga. I don't know. Plus, I'm not talking to my family very much. It was hard to be home with them, so if they're watching this, I love you, but it's even harder when I share stuff like this with them because they don't like to see me like this, and they have their own projections and perspectives, and they, you know, want me to do something else, and that just adds more, so I don't fucking know. Here comes the tears. And this is the best part, because whenever I cry, I feel good. As if I wasn't weird just talking to myself on camera, now I'm crying out in public, but the releases are there. Like, this is what happens. I'll be in pain and then I'll sit with it and then I cry and it feels great, but is that just another reinforcing, you know, loop that I'm conditioning and creating myself that's just creating another hamster wheel effect? Or like, is it actually helping? And I don't know. Crying feels better than everything else. That's what I know for sure. Fuck. This isn't fun. I choose to feel good. Like, I don't want to deal with this shit anymore. Crying feels way better than not crying. Now I get a headache again. It's just like, I don't fucking know. I feel part of me wants to just escape and like move to, I don't know, a yoga retreat center, a meditation center, and just like be alone. I'm not sure that's the answer. It's like, deep down I know love is the way. I want to act out of love, but I feel overwhelmingly filled with fear recently. What helps me in moments like this just to remember that, like, I don't know, I do trust that we're all just here to live and learn, and what is time anyways? But it's this paradox of like, I create my own reality. So do I need to accept responsibility for everything I'm going through? Am I creating this depression and fatigue and pain? If so, how can I get out? Because whatever I'm doing now, I'm not sure if it's working. But then even that, like, how can faith and doubt still live in the same quarters? I don't know. Even marijuana used to really, really, really help. But now it'll make me happier. I feel like it helps with the fatigue. It helps with the depression and sometimes with the pain. But sometimes it gives me the fatigue. Sometimes it makes me more sensitive, which causes more pain. So I just feel like I've lost grips on like what's hurting and what's helping. Some people say everything is a poison or a remedy depending on the amount and the timing, and I feel like all lines just seem really blurred. I'm sorry if this is making you feel sad. Like, I know that deep down I'm like awesome and I love myself and I'm inspirational, and partially of what's allowed me to get this far is because like when I'm not in this place of whatever it is, I feel amazing, and I have these moments of like deep connection that just like nothing matters. It's the present moment. I feel connected to love, connected to source. It's just this like huge roller coaster that causes a lot of frustration because there's this contrast. I think I'm gonna go rest, do some meditation. If you're watching this, thank you. Love some feedback, comments. Love is the way. We got this. Love is the way. And this pain will teach me a lot, awaken a lot of wisdom and compassion, and hopefully be able to help the world on a deeper level eventually. Thank you for watching. Namaste. Much love.